Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to achieve their goals effortlessly while others struggle and stumble along the way? What is it that separates those who excel from those who barely make it through? Well, I'll tell you, there are habits. Successful people don't just act differently, they think differently, they live differently, and most importantly, they cultivate certain habits that set them apart. Highly effective people don't blame others. They understand that where they are today is a result of the decisions they've made. It's not about circumstances, it's about choices. Take full responsibility for your life, your actions, and your outcomes. When you do this, you reclaim your power to change. You cannot hit a target you cannot see. Effective people are clear about their goals. They write them down, they visualize them, and they make sure their actions align with their purpose. When you have clear goals, you become like a ship with a destination, and you won't drift aimlessly. The highly effective are masters of time management. They know that not everything is urgent or important. They prioritize the tasks that align with their goals, and they focus on the activities that yield the greatest return. Learn to say no to distractions, and you'll unlock the power of your time. Effective people are lifelong students. They never stop growing. They read books, attend seminars, listen to podcasts, and engage with mentors. They know that knowledge is the key to personal and professional growth. The more you learn, the more valuable you become in this world. Success is not about having the best ideas, it's about execution. Effective people take consistent action toward their goals every single day. They don't wait for the perfect moment because they know it doesn't exist. They simply take action and adjust as they go along. Your attitude determines your altitude. Effective people maintain a positive mindset even in the face of adversity. They focus on solutions, not problems. They see setbacks as learning opportunities. Your mind is powerful, and what you believe you can achieve. The people you associate with have a massive impact on your success. Highly effective people choose to surround themselves with positive, motivated, and like-minded individuals. They know that your network determines your net worth. Choose your companions wisely, for you become like them. Physical well-being is often overlooked, but it's critical. Effective people understand that without good health, success is meaningless. They exercise regularly, eat well, and get enough rest. When you take care of your body, your mind works better and your energy skyrockets. Successful people don't wait until they have it all to feel thankful. They express gratitude daily for even the smallest things. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant. It's one of the most powerful habits to attract more of what you want in life. Let's face it, life is tough. Challenges will come, obstacles will arise, and at times you'll feel like quitting. But highly effective people don't quit. They persevere. They understand that the road to success is a journey, and it's through persistence and resilience that they find their way to victory. Let me tell you something important. There's one powerful truth that will change the entire trajectory of your life, and it's this. Everything that happens to you, you are responsible for. Now, this doesn't mean that you're responsible for every external circumstance, but it does mean that the way you respond to them, the way you choose to move forward, that's on you. Think about it. Too many people spend their lives blaming others. They blame their job, their family, their upbringing, the economy, the weather, the government, whatever they can find. But here's the thing. That kind of thinking will keep you stuck. You'll always be a victim to your circumstances if you allow them to control you. It's like a ship without a rudder, just drifting wherever the current takes it. And you don't want that. And the key is to recognize that you have control over how you respond. The choices you make today, the thoughts you entertain, the actions you take, they shape your tomorrow. You can't control everything that happens, but you can control how you react to it. You are in the driver's seat of your life. And the moment you take full responsibility for where you are right now, you unlock the power to change your future. The great thing about this is that once you embrace responsibility, you stop looking for excuses, you stop blaming other people, and you stop waiting for someone to come and rescue you. You realize that your success, your happiness, and your peace of mind are all within your control. It's up to you to create the life you want. Now, this doesn't mean that everything will be easy. Life can throw some pretty tough challenges your way. But here's the secret. Successful people don't shy away from responsibility, no matter how heavy it may feel at times. They understand that taking responsibility means taking control of their destiny. They don't wait for the perfect circumstances. They take what they've been given and make the best of it. And here's the beautiful thing. When you take responsibility for your life, you stop giving away your power. You stop giving the world and the people around you the ability to dictate your happiness. When you own your decisions, you also own your results. And that, my friend, is where true freedom lies. So, take a good look at where you are right now. Ask yourself, what decisions led me here? What could I have done differently? What can I do now to improve? That's how you start taking responsibility. It's not about blame. It's about ownership. You can change your life by changing the way you think, changing the way you act, and changing the way you view your circumstances. The moment you take responsibility, your life becomes yours. And once that happens, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Own your life. Own your choices. Own your future. And the world will begin to open up to you in ways you never thought possible. Let me ask you something. Where are you going? Do you know? Do you have a clear destination in mind? If you don't, I've got news for you. You're drifting. And if you're drifting, chances are you're not getting anywhere worthwhile. You can't hit a target if you don't know what it is. The most successful people in the world all have one thing in common. They set clear, defined goals. And they do it with purpose and intention. Without a goal, life becomes a series of random events. You get caught up in the daily grind, responding to whatever comes your way, and before you know it, years have passed, and you're still in the same place. Goals, however, are like a map. They give you direction. They show you where to go and help you make decisions along the way. When you know your destination, you make the right turns. You stop wasting time going in circles. Now, I'm not talking about vague dreams or empty wishes. I'm talking about setting specific goals, goals that are clear and measurable. Too many people say things like, I want to be successful, or I want to be rich, but they don't define what that actually looks like. Let's get real here. What does success mean to you? What does wealth look like to you? You must be specific. You must define your goal in a way that it's tangible, something you can see, touch, and feel. The more specific you are, the easier it is to create a plan and take action. And let me tell you this, once you've set that clear goal, write it down, put it in front of you every day. There's power in the written word. It makes your goal real. It solidifies it in your mind and in your actions. And here's the magic. When you see your goal every single day, you become obsessed with it. It stays at the forefront of your thoughts, and soon everything you do becomes a step toward achieving it. But it's not just about the goal itself, it's about the why behind it. Why do you want to achieve this goal? What's the deeper purpose? When you have a strong why, you'll endure the obstacles that come your way. You'll push through the hard days, the doubts, the setbacks, because you know exactly why you're doing it. It's the reason you get up early in the morning, the reason you work late, the reason you keep going when others quit. Your why will fuel your journey and keep you moving forward. Another thing, break your big goals down into smaller, more manageable tasks. Don't overwhelm yourself by looking at the mountain. Focus on the steps you can take today, tomorrow, next week. As you accomplish each task, you'll build momentum. And trust me, momentum is everything. Once you start making progress, it becomes much easier to keep moving forward. Every small win brings you closer to your ultimate goal. And as you work toward your goals, don't forget to measure your progress. Keep track of where you are and what you've accomplished. It helps you stay on course and makes the journey more rewarding. When you see how far you've come, you'll gain confidence, and that confidence will carry you further. But here's one of the most important things. Don't wait for the perfect time. You'll never feel fully ready. You'll never have all the answers. The key is to start now. Start with what you have and trust that you'll figure things out along the way. Action is what makes the difference. The road to success is paved with action. It doesn't matter how small the first step is, just take it. You can always adjust and refine your path as you move forward, but you can't adjust if you don't take the first step. Setting clear, defined goals is the first step to turning your dreams into reality. The moment you set that goal, you unlock the door to possibility. You stop waiting for things to happen and you start making things happen. So get clear on what you want. Write it down, break it down, take action, measure your progress, and most importantly, keep that vision in front of you every day. When you do this, when you live with purpose, your life will begin to change in ways you never thought possible. You'll have direction, you'll have momentum, and you'll have the confidence to take on anything. So what are you waiting for? Set that goal today and start working toward it. Your future self will thank you. Let me tell you something that can absolutely transform your life. You don't have time for everything. There are so many things that will demand your attention, pull you in different directions, and try to distract you. But here's the truth. If you try to do it all, you'll end up doing nothing well. The key to being truly successful is knowing how to prioritize, how to focus on what really matters, and let go of the rest. So how do you do that? First, you need to get clear on what's most important. I'm talking about what's going to move the needle for you, what's going to get you closer to your goals, your dreams, your vision for your life. Too many people spend their days reacting to whatever comes at them. They let the urgent things steal their time. They're always answering emails, attending meetings, putting out fires, and in the end, they've spent the day running around in circles, but nothing significant gets done. Effective people, on the other hand, understand that not all tasks are created equal. They recognize that there are high leverage activities, the ones that bring the biggest results, and they focus on those. They spend their time on things that matter, things that bring them closer to their goals. It's about getting intentional with your time. There's a powerful question you need to ask yourself every day. What's the one thing I can do today that will make everything else easier or unnecessary? That's the task you focus on. That's the priority. And I promise you, once you identify that key activity and give it your full attention, everything else will fall into place. But here's the challenge. The world is full of distractions. The phone will ring, the notifications will pop up, the news will demand your attention, and people will ask for favors. But you have to have the discipline to say no. You have to protect your time and your energy. It's not about being rude or ignoring others. It's about being respectful to your own goals and your future. Every time you say yes to something that's not aligned with your most important priorities, you're saying no to your own success. Start by learning to say no to the distractions, no matter how tempting they may seem. When someone asks for your time, ask yourself, is this really the best use of my time? Is this getting me closer to where I want to be? If it's not, don't be afraid to politely decline. Your time is valuable, and once you get that, you'll protect it fiercely. Another part of prioritization is understanding the 80/20 rule, that 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. That means you don't need to work harder, you need to work smarter. Identify the few activities that give you the most return and give them your attention. Do those things first, and don't get bogged down by the small stuff. Now let's talk about balance for a second. Prioritizing doesn't mean you neglect everything else. It just means you manage your time more wisely. It means you invest in the things that will yield the highest return in your life, whether that's your health, your relationships, or your career. When you focus on what's truly important, you become more efficient, more effective, and more fulfilled. But it's not just about professional success. Your life is a whole. If you only focus on work and neglect your health, your relationships, or your personal growth, then you're out of balance. A truly successful person knows that all aspects of life require attention. They prioritize their time so that they can be present in all areas of life: work, family, health, and personal development. They know that when you take care of yourself, when you nurture your relationships, everything else thrives. And here's another crucial piece: the need to adjust your priorities as your life changes. What was important to you a year ago may not be as relevant today. As you grow, as your circumstances shift, so too should your priorities. What's important to you now may not be the same thing that was important to you last month, last week, or even yesterday. So constantly assess where you are and make sure your actions align with your evolving goals. In the end, it all comes down to one simple truth: time is your most precious asset. Once it's gone, you can't get it back. So make sure you're investing your time in things that matter. Focus on the activities that will help you achieve your vision, the ones that will bring you the most value. And the more disciplined you are in prioritizing what's most important, the more success, fulfillment, and happiness you'll create for yourself. Don't wait. Start today. Take a look at your life, your goals, and your time, and make the decision to focus on what truly matters. Your future self will thank you for it. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you learned something new? When was the last time you picked up a book, attended a seminar, or listened to someone with wisdom? If it's been a while, then I've got news for you. You're missing out. Life doesn't stand still, and neither should you. To be truly successful, to continue growing and achieving, you must embrace continuous learning. You see, the world doesn't stop evolving. Technology changes, industries transform, and the ways we do business shift. If you're not learning, you're falling behind. The most successful people in the world aren't the ones who stop learning once they've hit a certain level of success. No, they are the ones who understand that learning is a lifelong process. And here's the secret: the more you learn, the more you earn, not just in money, but in wisdom, in opportunity, in fulfillment. And let me tell you this: don't wait for a formal education or for someone to teach you. Take responsibility for your own learning. We live in an age where knowledge is at our fingertips. There are endless resources available to us: books, podcasts, online courses, blogs, and mentorship. It's all out there and it's waiting for you to tap into it. But here's the catch: it takes intentional effort. You have to make the decision to seek knowledge, to invest in yourself, and to carve out time to learn. Because, let me be clear, if you're not growing, you're dying. The moment you stop learning, you begin to stagnate. And you don't need to have all the answers or know everything. In fact, the most successful people are the ones who admit they don't know everything. They are humble enough to seek guidance, ask questions, and learn from others. They surround themselves with people who challenge them, who open their minds to new ideas, who push them beyond their limits. The goal isn't to become an expert in everything. It's to keep expanding, keep improving, and keep getting better. Now let's talk about the mindset you need to cultivate. You need to have a growth mindset, the belief that you can always improve, that you can always learn something new. Some people walk through life with a fixed mindset. They think they know it all, that their abilities are limited, and that there's no point in trying to learn new things. But that's a dangerous way to think. The most successful people see every challenge as an opportunity to grow. They see failure as a lesson, not a setback. They understand that mistakes are part of the process of learning, and that, with each misstep, they get one step closer to success. But here's what makes continuous learning truly powerful. It gives you confidence. The more you learn, the more prepared you are for whatever comes your way. You'll be more resourceful. You'll be able to handle difficult situations with ease because you'll have the knowledge and experience to rely on. You'll find solutions where others see problems. And that confidence will set you apart from the crowd. People will look to you for answers, and they'll trust your judgment because they know you've invested in yourself and in your growth. And the benefits of learning don't just stop at your professional life. When you continue to learn and grow, you become a better person, a better friend, a better partner. You understand the world better, you relate to others more effectively, and you become more compassionate. You see things from new perspectives and you become more open-minded. That's the power of continuous learning, not just in your career, but in every aspect of your life. So let me leave you with this: make learning a habit. It doesn't matter where you are in life right now. There's always more to discover, more to understand, and more to experience. If you want to keep moving forward, keep growing, keep improving, embrace continuous learning. Take time every single day to read, listen, or engage with new ideas. Commit to becoming the best version of yourself, and never stop seeking knowledge. The person you are today doesn't have to be the person you are tomorrow. You can always improve. You can always learn. And if you do, I promise you, your future will be brighter than you ever imagined. So get started today. Pick up that book, listen to that podcast, find that mentor, and keep learning. Because the more you grow, the more you'll achieve, and the more you'll enjoy the journey along the way. Let me tell you this: nothing happens until you take action. You can plan, you can dream, you can set all the goals you want, but if you don't take consistent action, it's all just wishful thinking. Success isn't a magic moment that arrives overnight. It's the result of small, steady steps taken every single day. The key to making progress isn't in knowing everything, it's in doing something. You see, many people get caught up in thinking they need to have it all figured out before they start. They wait for the perfect time, the perfect plan, or the perfect circumstances. But here's the hard truth: the perfect time doesn't exist. If you wait for everything to be perfect, you'll never take the first step. The secret to success is to start with what you have, where you are, and just take that first action. It doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be consistent. Successful people aren't the ones who have it all together from the start. They're the ones who keep moving forward day in and day out. They know that action breeds results, and the more action they take, the more they learn, the more they adjust, and the closer they get to their goals. But it's not about taking action once in a while. It's about showing up every day, putting in the work, and making progress, even if that progress is small. Let's break this down for a moment. When you take consistent action, you build momentum, and momentum is incredibly powerful. It's the thing that carries you when things get tough. The first step is always the hardest, but once you start moving, it gets easier. Why? Because your mind and body get used to the routine. You begin to expect success, and success becomes a habit. And habits, once established, become part of who you are. And you don't have to force them anymore, they just happen. But here's where most people trip up. They expect immediate results. They start working on something, and when they don't see instant rewards, they give up. That's where the real divide between those who succeed and those who fail exists. Successful people don't measure their progress by the results of a day or a week. They measure it by their consistency. They understand that the fruits of their labor won't come all at once, but every step they take, no matter how small, is bringing them closer to where they want to be. You have to understand that every action you take, even the smallest step, is like laying one brick at a time. It might not seem like much at first, but over time, those small actions compound. Before you know it, you've built something significant. And here's the thing, most people don't give it enough time. They get discouraged when they don't see immediate results, but the truth is, consistency over time is what separates the dreamers from the achievers. So here's the challenge for you. Commit to consistent action. Don't worry about whether or not you're getting it perfect. Don't stress about not having it all figured out. Just keep going. And as you go, remember to measure your progress, not by the results, but by the effort and the steps you take. Did you show up today? Did you take that step? Did you do the work? That's what counts. And don't think for a second that you're too far behind. It doesn't matter where you are on your journey right now. What matters is where you're headed. Every day you take action, you get closer. It might feel slow at times, but slow progress is still progress. There's no fast track to success. There's only one way to get there, step by step, action by action, day by day. So stop waiting. Stop thinking about all the reasons why you can't do it. Stop worrying about what you don't know or what might go wrong. Instead, focus on what you can do today. Just take that first step, and then take another one, and then another, because success is built on the foundation of consistent, determined action. The moment you start moving, the world starts moving with you. Opportunities will begin to appear. You'll learn as you go, adjust, and improve. The more you act, the more you grow, and the closer you get to your goals. And remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. So get started today. Take action now, because your future isn't waiting for you to figure it all out. It's waiting for you to take the first step. Let me share a simple truth with you. Your attitude will determine your altitude. It doesn't matter how many obstacles you face, how many setbacks you encounter, or how many people doubt you. Your attitude will be the deciding factor in how far you go. If you want to change your life, you must start by changing the way you think. A positive mental attitude is not just some fluffy idea or a nice thing to have. It's a foundational pillar of success. You see, life is full of challenges. Things won't always go your way. People will let you down. Things will fall apart, and you'll face moments of doubt. But here's where the game changes. How you respond to those challenges is what sets you apart. You can't always control what happens to you, but you can always control how you respond. And that, my friend, is where the power lies.